point,
Wow.
because she even told me boldly that if cheating is going to make you happy, please do it. And then now I did it, and then everybody went like, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it?" Because she was reporting me to virtually everybody in the office.
So did you tell her that you did it?
Yes.
First of all, how long have you known that person?
Okay. For about 7 years. Within those time, it was like the most amazing time of my life. I am currently married, but I can tell you that when I want to talk about memorable time,
Yeah.
you know, I do think back and not think the present. Because like I said before, we had like an amazing time together. This kind of experience you have whereby you just be at work, and then they tell you that, oh, somebody is outside looking for you, and then the next thing you see the same person you just left at home,
Wow.
with a bag of food.
So much affection and love.
Yeah. That she used to take care of me like a baby.
Wow.
And that is like one thing that I have not seen in my wife. So like I said,
That's what many people call wife material.
yeah,
straight up.
yeah. Okay, so she is, you understand, but the little issue I like have
You had
with
with
her,
her.
her anger.
Oh.
Her anger was so much. you know I could recall a time that we were having issues. I used to work with one of the biggest company in Lagos, then one of the biggest entertainment company. So I traveled a lot then. So there was one Saturday I just got back. I got back that morning, and then I was I was saying, okay, let me just rest, and then an issue pops up, and then we just started arguing. Before you know it, turning back like this, I had a rolling fan on my head, a standing fan that was still working, that was still rolling. She slammed it on my head.
Like she lifted the fan from where it was.
Yes, and slammed
used it
it
to
on
hit
my
on your
head.
head.
Honestly, that
Wow.
was when she's angry. She doesn't care. She must do anything just to inflict pains on you. You understand? But on the flip side, she's a darling, I must say.
Okay, so tell us. So when this happens, when she acts in anger.
Yes.
How many minutes does it take her? Does she now recollect, or it's you who now says, "Hey, babe, look at what you've done," or does she now emotionally like come back to herself? The anger will calm down, then she goes like, "I'm sorry," or
Okay, so most of the time, it used to be her. Because I can tell you that if it was now, a lot of have even happened, because I would have looked for a way to like calm her down, and then all that. But of course, me as at then, I was also a guy man on my own. You understand?
Yeah.
So when she gets angry, I also get angry,
the place is a
and
chaos.
before you know, chaos, and all that.
Yeah.
But then, right now, I know better. Like I can tell you that since my wife and I, we have never had a serious fight.
And you've been married for over 5 years or so
over
now.
5 years now. Yes, I can say that for free.
Okay.
But then, it is. I can never compare it to then what I had with
your
my ex.
Okay. So in a positive way or negative way. So the relationship with your ex was sweeter in your own point of view.
Yes. The relationship with my ex was a lot sweeter because she owns a blog.
Okay.
And then she's into media.
All right.
Yeah, also. And then because of that, we talk a lot. we relate, we talk about ideas,
Because you're almost like
and all
maybe
that.
in the same industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But compared to my wife now, she's in finance.
Hmm.
We don't have anything in common. My uncle was like, "Oh, this one is good. This is this is that." You know.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Okay, she's not bad.
Hmm.
She's always quiet. She's always dressing decent. She's always this and that. But those are the things that I actually do not want. Maybe I just realize that now, because my ex was a Barbie.
Hmm.
I can say that.
Was
If
it
she
Barbie?
dresses to as in her dress alone kills.
Wow.
You know.
Sophisticated like that.
You understand?
Okay. And you liked that.
And I like that. I liked all the whole, glamour and then everything, and then now it was now as if I left that life and then married a church girl.
But excuse me, you are the one who went to ask her to marry you. Hello.
Yes, I know.
So
I know.
what
Okay.
pushed you to ask her to marry you?
Okay. So when I broke up with my ex, I was always lonely, and my uncle would come to my house, and then they would just be like, "Guy, you are always going for like events, parties, this, that, but these days you don't even go out. What is happening?" So he was like, "Okay, maybe it's time you guys should just take yourself serious and get married." He will advise me. His son too will come. I mean, his wife too will come advise me. In fact, his own children started calling her our wife. My uncle's wife.
Okay, because she was living with you too, or she was coming around once in a while?
She was coming around once in a while, yeah.
And they wanted you to settle down?
Yeah, So then, because of her now, I just said, okay, what am I even doing with my life? Let me just get married, once and for all. If not, I can tell you that marriage was not even in my mind at all. You understand? And then we got married, and the rest is history.
Like this.
Yes, for the marriage now, like I said, it's not that rosy, but then it's just there. It's just there. A cousin of mine came to my house. This was 2020 at the lockdown. It was in my house.
So they were,
and then they were just everywhere.
They were exploring the whole house.
You understand?
And you liked that?
Okay, yes. So
because you had that with your ex as well. She was free spirited and.
Yes. So.
Okay.
It took me back to that, and then I got a little memory of my wife when we were not married yet. We had a little bit of that also at some point, because she doesn't live in Lagos. She lives in
somewhere
another
else.
city. Yeah. So she comes maybe once in 2 months, once in 3 months. You understand? So I know that we experienced that at some point, and then right now is now like, oh, is that the only thing
you're thinking about?
that you're thinking about? You understand? So now, because of that, I can tell you that in 3 months I don't even think about her anymore. I'm sorry to say, I even had to cheat at some point, because she even told me boldly that if cheating is going to make you happy, please do it. And then now I did it, and then everybody went like, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it?" Because she was reporting me to virtually everybody.
So did you tell her that you did it?
Yes, I let her know.
You confessed?
Yes, I did, because she actually told me that I can do it. And me, as a media guy that I am now, what I did on that day was, when she was saying it, whether seriously or jokingly, I recorded it, and I said, "Please repeat it again." And she repeated it again, and then I recorded it, saved it on my Google Drive. So when she was arguing with me, crying and all this, I went back there, brought it out, and then I played it for her. I said, "But you told me this in 2019. This was what you said with your own mouth. So why are you now arguing now?" She now said, "Okay, yes, I said it, but please stop." Because the lady lives in Jos, but I will go as far as Jos just to meet her. because I don't want to touch my wife.
Wow.
If I have any little break, like my
Wow.
leave,
Yeah.
even if it's a day or two, I go to Jos or I go to Benue where she stays.
Wow.
You know, just because I want to avoid my wife. So
Yeah.
back to my cousin.
Yeah.
When I saw them exploring everywhere in my house,
Yeah.
I told him in presence of my wife and then in presence of his own girlfriend as at that time. I said, guy, do as much as you want now, because immediately you guys get married or immediately she gives birth, that is the end. Because I don't
Because of
know.
your experience.
Yes, because of my experience. Immediately my wife gave birth in 2019, we stopped making love. You know, that's like one thing that I will always remember that affected us.
Yeah.
And then till date, I don't worry anymore. Because I know that yes, I can always get it elsewhere.
Yeah, okay. Is that you still have some hurt because, like, come on, this is the wife of your youth. You should be living your best life, basically with her. So if this is where you are now, that means there's still a lot of wound. One, number two, there's still a lot of anger in you. And so after, I wanted to talk about. So after the giving birth, was the delivery strenuous? Was it a problem that made you guys become, why she was no longer interested? Did you guys go seeking medical, intervention? Probably her libido dropped. Was it depression, there's postpartum
The
depression? What
postpartum
exactly
depression.
did you find out what exactly was going on?
Okay, so I did not find out because she
Yeah.
was not even interested in it at first.
Okay.
All I noticed was that she was not interested as she used to be.
Yeah.
All her interest was now shifted
To the baby.
to the baby, in every way,
Hmm.
even if you talk about, okay, let's even stroll out, go out, she will still use the baby as an excuse.
Excuse not to.
You understand? So because of that, I just gave up on the whole and thing. So we did not consult anybody. We did not find out
What
anything
was
at
going
all.
on?
You
Yeah.
understand?
Let's talk about, in terms of marriage. Like they say, third party influence is, many people advise, please be careful of third party influence. It can affect your marriage, especially when it is new. Yes. So tell me your experience with your in-laws in that regard.
My mom has like a different,
Theology.
you understand,
Okay.
about marriage and then all that.
Okay.
Visited when they gave birth to my son in 2020. So when my mom visited, I was the one cooking all through. You understand? So I made food.
Okay.
So I removed the plates, including the plate of my wife. I took them to the kitchen and then I washed them. And then
Your mom saw that.
later that day, my mom called me and said, no, no, no. I gave birth to you. I did not give birth to you to go and be slaving for another woman. Why would you even try that? And I said, I do that freely. And not because of anyone actually asking me
Yeah.
to. You understand that? I do it freely. And then she was like, okay, when your wife is going to start disrespecting you, I will not be there. But I can tell you for sure that this thing that you have started, if you do not stop it, she's going to disrespect you. Now, me, I'm a very free spirit person.
Yeah.
I don't care about all these things.
Yeah.
With everything that is happening in my marriage right now, I think my in-laws, they play the role, like you said.
Okay.
And that is, some people believe that do not allow your man touch you today and then tomorrow the same. You understand? Give it a time,
Yeah.
a space. You understand?
Okay.
And all that. If not, he will get used to it. You get me?
Yeah.
So I noticed that those were what she was taught. You understand? She did not tell me, but of course, I noticed maybe through her chat with her elder sisters. So they have a way of influencing marriages in their
Okay.
place.
Okay.
So the elder sister move
Her
her
family.
family
To
to her
another city.
hometown.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
her hometown
She
itself.
moved the whole family.
Yes, to her hometown. Ex elder sister also got married in Lagos here and moved
Family too.
her family also to her town also. Now it was now the turn.
Is something happening in the town that they need to move everybody to?
Okay. Okay, so I don't really understand why,
Okay.
but what I know for sure is like a family kind of thing,
The family
because
custom.
yes,
Hmm.
you understand, because okay, imagine on my wedding day,
Hmm.
and then my wife's elder brother is coming to like ask me that, guy, so which parts of this city would you want to move into so that I can get you guys a house there? And then I was like, wait, I don't understand. I live in Lagos and I'm going back to my Lagos state. You understand? And then he was like, no, in our place, this is how it's done. You have to move down here because your wife is even working here. And I was like, no, 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 that won't work. As we speak, my wife has not been around for, let's say, about a month plus now, because they gave her a job a week to our wedding. That's like a way of like drawing her back home.
Yes, and probably getting you to come down with her
Yeah,
as
gets me
well.
to come down. You understand? So the first thing I told her was that, okay, let's discuss this with my mom. And when we did, my mom was like, wait, and you even called me on the phone to even discuss this with me? Of course, the answer is no. Your wife should be moving to your own town and not you moving to her own town. So I said,
but I just want to ask you, does it really matter?
okay, so with the kind of person I am, it doesn't really matter, But the thing is
it the way it is
who
done?
is earning more?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
If she was earning more, trust me, I'll move in there without thinking it twice.
Because
So
it's not easy living in Nigeria these days.
of course,
You have
it's
to
not.
have to
It's
have
not.
a good income.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I cannot do that. You understand? And okay, so the thing is, when we got married, I was not even having a job. And that is the truth.
Okay.
I was jobless as at that time.
Okay.
So they were like, you can come, we will give you a job, and you will have a house. This, that. You understand?
Yeah.
And I
And you
told them,
rejected it.
I rejected it flatly. I told them, no, I won't do it.
Why?
You understand? Yes, because I believe that if I stay in Lagos, I will get a good job.
Okay.
But if I move there, I'll be living under them. Probably they might not even allow me to even get a job, a good job that I want and deserve. So that was the reason why I refused it. In 2021, I got a job. And it has been good since then. Of course, they withdrew a family support from her,
Because
and
as a
all
result
that.
of your decision not to join them.
Yes. You understand. But then I still thank God. So what she does now is she comes to Lagos to stay like 6 months, and then she goes to work for like 2 months, and then return back again.
So, following all that's happening, now that she's been going to work and coming, have you guys started your sexual relations again?
Okay,
Or
so
it's still shaky?
it's still shaky. It's still shaky. A lot shaky, sir. Because immediately she comes, yeah, maybe for that week or for that day, and then it goes back to normal again until maybe another time that she wants to travel again. You understand? So, like I said before, I improvise. You understand? I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. Even when the other person is pressuring me right now that if you don't come and see my parents, this and this. In fact, that's like another conversation entirely,
For another day,
because I can
how
tell
are you
you
managing that?
you understand, because I can tell you that that person right now, the mom will call me on the phone and be praying for me in presence of my wife. And then she would ask me that,
No.
who is that? And then I'll say, okay, is this girl's mother.
No.
You understand? Like it has been happening and it's still happening. She does that like frequently. In fact, I think last month I refused to call the girl's mom. I refused calling. I refused answering her calls. The woman called me and she was angry at me, like I am her son or her son-in-law.
Does she know that you're married?
She knows.
She knows that you're married.
She knows.
So she feels like you're good to her child and you make a good husband, or what? Is she looking out for? Are you looking out to marry a second wife first of all?
I'm not looking out to marry a second wife, but
so what's the plan?
But the thing is, if I had met the other lady first, maybe I wouldn't have even thought about it twice, because she's like, like
She's your kind of woman.
By the kind of woman that I really want. You understand? She's playful, jovial, and then all that. I can tell you that I'll be in the house with my wife for like the whole day. And the only thing that we will talk about is, how far is the food ready? What are you cooking today? Or hey, baby, how are you? That's it. We don't talk, that we don't discuss, we don't even talk about let's say the family planning, and all
as
that. You understand? As a couple, we don't even plan anything. You understand? It's so bad that a friend of mine that like my best friend wanted moving out of Nigeria. You understand? So he came. He spoke to me about it. That guy, let's do it this way and do it this way. You understand? I said, okay, that's fine. I said, okay, let me discuss with my wife, so that the plan is, let the wives
go first,
get their masters,
okay,
so that we can be working.
Okay.
So you understand?
You can travel abroad and
abroad.
have
You
their
understand?
studies while you're working.
Yes. So after having the discussion with my friend, I discussed it with my wife, and then she was like, okay, that's fine. Then the next day I woke up and then she was like, can we talk? I said yes. So she said, that thing that we spoke about yesterday, the truth is I am not interested in it. And I was like, why? And then she said, I don't want to pursue masters. Now whose school don't help? And I was like, okay, what do you want? She said she wants to do business. I should look for money for her, let her start a business. And I was like, that is what you want in this same country? And she said yes. I said, okay, no problem. My friend right now has been there for 2 years now. His wife is schooling while he is working. And
this is what you wanted for your family.
And this is what I wanted for my own family. You understand? But then I couldn't have it because of the ideology of my wife. She doesn't believe in this kind of things. You understand?
It's like you both of you are on two different wavelengths.
In two different worlds entirely.